While I was wrapping, you can see that my hand was constantly running down the sides of the wrap to check for wrinkles or any bulges in the wrap. Wrinkles or catches in the wrap can cause bandage bows or cording, and this wrap finished off very nicely with the Velcro facing to the outside, which is ideal. If it's facing to the inside, they have greater risk of catching it on the other leg and taking the wrap off or pulling it too tight. Here you can see the full wrap. It kept even pressure all the way through, and I checked after I wrapped with one finger at the top, one finger at the bottom to make sure that the pressure was about the same. I'm showing you the triangle in the middle, that there are no wrinkles, and that the wrap is even pressure. Okay, this next wrap is called a standing wrap, and it's used to protect the leg if there are wounds below the knee and above the fetlock, and to prevent swelling or stocking up in the lower leg. Here we are going through with a pillow, and the pillow does not attach to itself, so we need to be very careful that we're applying even pressure, getting rid of any wrinkles, any bulges. We're straightening it out the whole way through and making sure to keep tight and even pressure. It's important that you have all of your supplies before wrapping. For this wrap, you will need a pillow, a track wrap, and possibly masking tape or painter's tape. And here you can see that we are wrapping the same way we would put on a polo wrap, which is inside to outside and front to back. Here I'm starting a little bit farther down than I would on a polo, but I want to make sure that I'm leaving enough space so we have at least 1/4 inch of that pillow sticking above the track wrap at all times. And with this one, we want to keep even pressure and we want to make even revolutions. And then we are also anchoring this wrap behind the fetlock joint. And here you can see I'm going down and I'm anchoring it. And below the knee. So after I have successfully locked the wrap in place by anchoring it under the fetlock, I'm going to make my way back up. The most important thing to remember when wrapping is that you want to keep even pressure and make sure that there are no wrinkles or bulges anywhere in the wrap, whether that be in the pillow or the track wrap. And that's why it's important when you're wrapping to make sure you're feeling all sides of the wrap, tugging out any wrinkles or catches in the pillow or the track wrap, which you can see me doing here, making sure everything is smooth and laid out nicely. And once I get to the top, I'm going to finish the wrap off with just a few more revolutions and then Velcro it together. After this, we can take some of our masking tape or painter's tape and make sure that we wrap it around and secure it over the Velcro so that the Velcro cannot be pulled up or stuck to another leg or be pulled off, which could end up in cording or causing a bandage bow. After putting the wrap on, the last step is to secure it with a piece of masking tape. And with the masking tape, there's very little risk of cording or bowing a tendon in the leg, so you can either connect it back to itself or spiral it down the leg. Here you can see that I'm getting the masking tape ready, and I am starting to put it on over the Velcro, and then I will come in back and attach it to itself. The important thing to know about stack wraps or standing wraps or any type of leg wrap is they should never be left on for more than 12 hours without being checked and removed and changed out. This next wrap we're doing is called a wound wrap, and it goes on under a stack wrap or a standing wrap. We're never going to leave it just by itself. So for this demonstration, I will be using that little piece of tape as our wound, and then I'll be going in with my Telfa pad. I want to make sure that the shiny side, the non-stick side, is on the horse's skin and the cotton side is facing out. The next step will be to go in with some clean gauze. This comes in white or brown. The brown is less stretchy than the white, but both will work just fine. When you're putting on the clean gauze, you don't need to put it with a whole lot of pressure. You just kind of lay it on the skin and on the wrap, and it will cling to itself. This doesn't need to be super tight. It's not used to slow down any bleeding. This is just used to keep on any ointments on the wound and keep the wound covered before you go in with your stack or your standing wrap. So now that I have wrapped the wound a few times with the clean gauze, I will cut the clean gauze off and then just lay it down flat where I want it to end. So after we have all of the clean gauze in place, then we would go through and put another standing wrap on the bottom of the foot and then overlap